All right, good morning all. Welcome to Coffee and Crafts with John here from Pro Craps on the Casino Gaming TV channel. Good morning. I see Albert C is the first one that I see here in the chat, so you win the prize today. The prize, this is me saying hi. Yeah, lots going on today. We're going to talk about negative progressions. The number one thing I want to talk about today is negative progressions, something different. We don't talk about these very often. Everything is always about, come betting with odds, or it's pressing, start low, press up, come back down, or it's a big regression back down, or it's a ladder, or it's something else. Negative progressions we don't talk about much. I think Waylon might have done a video on this a couple weeks ago. I'm trying to remember when it was. I think he did one. Anyway, I want to go ahead and do that today with you just to kind of show it as an option that you have to pursue when you're with your 3-unit challenge. But before we talk about that, let's do our morning announcements. And I did see that Brian from Hawaii Crap Shooters went live this morning with a live practice run. It seems like he's doing some lives every day, which is good. It's good to see people working, right? Like, I'm doing some lives at night, I guess, just my practice sessions myself, but it's good to see that people are putting in the work. You know what I mean? Like, we know that Brian's a hard worker, but you never get to see it. Now he's filming it. I think that's really cool that you get to be a part of that. And I think looping everybody into the kind of our world is really kind of cool. So love it all. Yeah. Hey, Kevin, how you doing? I saw you came from Brian's show. I missed Brian's show. I was actually having coffee and cereal, and I realized, oh crap, Brian's up, but then I had like 4 minutes to go, so I came running down here. Anyway, we're going to talk about some things. Color Up DiceCon, of course, every day. I got to remind you every day. If go, get signed up, get out there to Vegas. It's going to be fantastic. I'm looking really forward mostly to the session with the guy from Golden Touch. That's going to be fun. I get to hopefully learn something, but also get to ask some of the important questions for our shows, right? We're doing the whole dice control series, and I get to ask somebody who's in the business of dice control about it. So that's going to be good. I hope to get some time with them on the table, but also get some one-on-one questions asked. So that's going to be pretty fun for me, I think. The second thing is the Craps Chat from Mid-Atlantic Craps. It's going to be this weekend, Sunday at 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern, like always. I've got a couple of announcements. I'm going to make one announcement today, actually, which is going to be an exciting one, I think. And then we'll talk more about it. I hope Jeff gives me some time to talk about this on Sunday's Craps Chat show. So I'll reveal that to you here in just a minute. On our side of things, the announcement that I have for this, on the Casino Gaming TV side of the house, we're going to try again to do live fantasy craps tonight. I want that to be a weekly thing, or even a bi-weekly thing if we can do it on this channel. We had troubles last week getting, Arnell from Dice Grinders is the one who's setting it up. He's got all the feeds from, because what it is like 8 or 10 people have their cameras on their tables. They're all playing together. So one person's rolling, they're all betting. And he does this kind of thing where he flips the cameras. You can see who's doing what, and the whole dice tracker is active. It's super cool. But we couldn't quite get it to work last week. So I'm going to try with him today to have his system be able to feed Casino Gaming TV's live feeds. And if we can figure out how to do it the correct way from his side, boom, we have live fantasy craps streaming every week, which is going to be fun because it's a whole different way to watch the game, I think, than just watching one of us toss dice around. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. I have been working the last couple days on the Crapsathon interviews. So for those of you who are new and don't know me, in November, we did a 24-hour telethon where I was up for 24 straight hours. I interviewed like 20 people. It was crazy town. I think Waylon, by the way, might have set the record. Hey, everyone. Waylon might have set the record during the Crapsathon for a number of chats. We had, I want to say, what was it, 16,000 chat messages that night? It was insane. And you were leading the way, which was really appreciated. It kind of helps drive things. I think you were up the whole 24 hours with me. It was really awesome. Anyway, I interviewed all these people. And what I'm doing now is I'm taking the 24-hour broadcast and I'm chopping out everybody's hour that I did with them on the interviews. I'm putting a little, welcome and thank you at the end and reproducing them. It takes me about an hour to get the video put together and then a couple hours for it to render out and then an hour or so to get it uploaded. So they're taking their time to get these things done. But once I get them up there, I'm gonna release them one per day for the next month. So you get like about 20 new videos from the Casino Gaming channel with those interviews being republished. So finally I'm getting around to that. Work's been so busy, I just haven't had time to. And the processing power that it takes my computer to get it done when I have other things going on, just was too much. So now they're going to get done. So we're going to have the interviews republished, which I'm really excited about. Going back and rewatching them was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It was cool what we did that day. And it's funny when you watch it, everybody says to me, how do you stay awake for 24 hours? I'm like, it was no big deal. I was fine. Then I watched the videos and you could see my eyes just kind of drooping down. I was barely holding it together, but we did it. So that was cool. Ooh, here's an announcement from Solar Roller. I gotta put this up here. You're at the Golden Nugget Lake Charles yesterday, and what a morale change no masks can do. Holy crap, dude, you're so right. I don't know. I was never a mask person to begin with. Still not a mask person. One of my principal problems with the masks, honestly, was the dehumanization of it. I feel like the masks, you can't tell what people's facial expressions are. Like the whole generation of kids, my daughter went from age 13 and a half to age 16, essentially, a two-year span here, without seeing her friends' faces at school. I mean, you think about the social cues you're not building, your social interaction skills you don't have when everything's like this all the time. Wow, it's a huge morale booster, and I'm glad you got to do that. I think Vegas has lifted the mask mandate now, and it's what it should be, right? If you want to wear a mask, but you don't have to, which is what we all probably want. So it's not mandated. I'm stoked that there's no more masks at the tables. I went to my local casino, I don't know when it was, maybe it was more than that, about 6-7 months ago. When they first, in Washington State, we had the mask mandate still, but they lifted it for a little while, for like a month, we had no masks. And I went to the casino up there without my mask on, and it felt so weird. It was like, I felt naked without it, and I'm like, that's not normal. Like feeling naked without something that you shouldn't have to wear was a bad feeling for me. So anyway, it was great that we got it. I'm glad that Lake Charles has got it figured out. Vegas has got it figured out. So at DiceCon, no masks, that'll be great. The other thing I want to show you is this, and I don't know the best way to show it to you, but I'm just going to share my screen here, and I'm going to bring something up. I just want you to see this really quick. Give me a second here to bring this up. I'm not super good with the computers and stuff, so let me go ahead and bring this over here. I'm going to play you a little 5-second video just because I want you to see what's coming. Here we go. Ready? Boom! It's coming. You like that logo? I'm having somebody work on a new version of this thing, but it's going to be like a shield, right? At the Casino Gaming TV Craps League. I'll play that again because it's so cool. Bam, there it is. So the Craps League is coming. I don't know how to do it yet. I have thoughts. And what I want from you all is your thoughts on the Craps League. So a couple things with regards to the league. I've got some notes here. Let me pull my notes up so I can read to you what I've come up with so far. More to come, obviously, as we get further in this thing. So let's go to here. Let's see, I should have been more prepared for this. Coffee and Craps, show notes. Here we go. Okay, so the Craps League is gonna look like, hold on, I lost it again. There it goes. It's gonna look like, I think at the beginning, 2 divisions. We'll do just like a, maybe East and a West or a US International, however you wanna do it. It's 2 divisions. I'm thinking 4 teams per division, okay? And the teams are gonna be, I'm thinking 3 players per team. I think 4 is too many, 2 is just pairs. I think 3 is the right number. So 3 teams, 3-person teams, 8 teams total, 2 divisions. We'll do it like football, where you play your own division twice, the other division once each. So you'll get, whatever that is, 12 games in. We'll do games once a week. We'll probably do them every night. So every night there'll be a game with somebody playing somebody. We'll do a elimination playoffs at the end of it. We'll have the prize will be the shield, like a trophy shield with that logo on it, and we'll do it like as an NFT or something. So it'll be worth something at the end. As far as the format goes, I have to make some decisions still. What I'm doing right now, I'm telling you this today because I'm recruiting people, you all. I need people who want to be captains. I need somebody who wants to help me be a commissioner. Now, I may or may not play in the league as a commissioner. I probably can't play. It might be a conflict of interest on some level. We'll see how that works out. I'd love to play because it sounds like a hell of a lot of fun. What I'm thinking though is this. I'm thinking we start each team off with about 10K for the team at the start of the season. That's your season money, right? And then what you'll do is you'll spread that out amongst your players. Every game, every player will have a part of your team's bankroll. As you win or lose, that's your bankroll for the next game. So if you lose it all, you go to the last game of the year with no money, you're last place. First place, of course, is based on how much money you have. So you come into like game 5 and you've tripled your money, you got 30K, you're playing somebody with 5K, you can sit there and watch them play, you know. How you want to manage your team's money is up to you, obviously. Your winnings will carry over every game until the playoffs. We'll restart everything in the playoffs. And we'll probably do something like, we'll tier it up. So if you're first place team, you're getting 100K. The 8th seed will get like 10K. You have to work harder to win, I guess, right? I'm thinking format of games, something along the lines of the 30 rolls total. But what we'll do is each team can designate a shooter, and each team gets to roll 10 times. I get to roll, or the commissioner, whoever's running it, the referee, whatever, gets to roll 10 times. So 10, 10, and 10, 30 rolls total. So each team can bring their shooter, and they have one random person in the middle of that that's going to shoot it up. That's right now what I'm thinking. Okay, I don't have software yet. I don't have commissioner. I don't have owners yet. I haven't decided yet, and you guys can in the chat start thinking about this right now. What do you think about doing it as teams that you form? Like the Hawaiians will be a team, right? And maybe you'll have the tubers as a team where you get, you know, all the YouTubers on one team together, your friends, or we can put ourselves into a hat and have team owners, 8 team owners, and just do like a schoolyard pick kind of a thing. Just kind of pick people like a draft almost, where you're going to get to play with different people than you're used to playing with. That sounds like fun to me, but I think the reason why I want to do this so bad is because everybody wants team play, right? We keep talking about it here on my channel about doing team play. And I feel like if we're doing this with team play, I'd like to have you form your team that you would actually go to the casino with. So people that are close to you, you know, proximity wise, or close to you, whatever wise, and form your actual team and use this as practice for when you go to the real casinos with your actual team. So I'm thinking I want to form teams that way. And that's what I'm thinking. So did the video feed fail? I'm sorry, what happened? Did we lose it? I show that I'm still streaming. Oh, what happened there? How's that? Can you see me now? I hit the wrong button. Sorry about that, folks. It was me. I'm talking, hit the wrong button. Anyway, that's going to be the, that's my idea for the team thing. I already see a bunch of chats. You guys are crushing me in chats here. Sell the teams to raise prize money. That's funny. This could be really cool. I think you're right. The cheese, it might be 36, might be the number, so we get a good statistical thing. But I can totally see like keeping a bunch of stats, you know, who's hitting the most box numbers over the year and like who's our GOAT. Like there's gonna be so many things we can do with this thing. But we need software, obviously. I've got to go find and probably buy a bunch of software or whatever. So that's happening. I don't know when it's happening, but it's happening. I'm releasing the hounds right now so you can see that I have the idea going. And now it's time to start pinging me with ideas. So if you want to hit the channel or the video comments, that's fine. Email me is fine, but better use Discord. You'll see in the bottom left-hand side of the window here, or over here, I guess it is, there's a link to a Discord. It's a discord.gg/whatever. Just copy that stuff in, go to Discord. And what you'll see is this. And again, I will share my screen again. I'll try and do it better this time. Screen share. Here is the Discord server that we have set up for this. And let me get this thing spread out here so you can see it all. For the Casino Gaming TV Discord, which looks like our little chip here, I've got channels set up for all the shows we have planned. So like the Coffee and Crap Show, of course, has a channel. Ladies Night's got a channel. These are going to be all of the recurring shows that we're going to have on a weekly basis on the channel. So I'm working on getting commitments from folks. But you know, the Craps League's a thing. I'm a thing. Craps Chat with Jeff is going to be a thing on the Casino Gaming channel. So as we put more channel or more shows in that are regular, those shows will just be, and so you come in here and chat with the hosts of all the shows that we've got in real time all day long. So that's going to be a thing. We can voice chat each other. The show host, of course, will have their own things, and here's where we're gonna film from these rooms in here. So if you want to talk anytime, day or night, Discord's the way to do it. So use that link there. Let me go back to the regular screen. Let's see, notes, announcements. Excuse me. Use that link there at the bottom left-hand side to join the Discord. and get in. And like I said, we can chat all day long. I'm in Discord for work. I'm in Discord with Jeremy's Color Up group. I'll be there for this as well. So I'm in Discord all the time. I look for the notifications, and I'm pretty responsive in there because it's just easy to do. Anyway, that's the big announcement, right? Craps League and Discord are launched. So come on into the Discord, and I have a link, by the way, in the header of the channel, of the Casino Gaming channel. One of those links below the logo is the Discord link. So come on in and join us, and we'll be able to chat in real time. I think it'll be kind of cool. And we can use that venue, the Craps League Discord channel, to talk about all the ideas. That's the place to talk about who's going to be an owner, how we're going to do the draft, what the format is. We can hash it all out in there. Once we're done, we'll put a league charter together. I'll get the software figured out, and then we'll probably launch it. I'd like to get going like by April. I think a month and a half or so is a good time frame for us to sort of wiggle out the details and get into it. So hopefully you're excited about it. I think I'm very excited about doing it. I can already see On Point. See, that's the thing. On Point, Mac, and somebody else local. That's a great idea. Because if you guys get good here and practice on each other here, you go to Maryland, you can crush casinos over there. So that's going to be, I think, pretty cool. So hoping that you're liking the idea. So let's see. Yeah, right. Well, I'll take George from CY and Ed, and you cannot do that. That's stacking the deck a little bit. Although you do live near Ed, don't you? I think you and Ed are close by. I'm sure you're close by. That would actually be, a thing to me. Like if you're going to be you, Ed, and your dad, it would be a great team. That'll be fun. So I think it's going to be really cool. Actually, it'll be a lot of dream teams. There's a lot of really good players. I think the Hawaiians will be a dream team. You cannot be on two teams at once, no Buckeye, but you can bring your own. So you've got your own team already. Bring your own team. Just one team. I'm going to try and keep it to 8 teams. If we do it too many more than 8 teams, it'll be too hard to manage, number one. But it's the scheduling. Getting 8 teams to play each other 3 times each, and then playoffs. We'll be here till September doing this thing. I want to make sure that we're quick and we can reset it for the next season. And I don't know if it works out good. Think about this. If this works out the way I think it can work out and be as fun as it's going to be, remember that Casino Gaming TV is not just craps. My idea for this channel is to make it for all the games. So I can picture a Baccarat league and a blackjack league and a roulette league doing the same thing that we're doing here. And then you can even, and I think like individual tournaments throughout the year can happen as well as the league. So the league itself is the team thing, but I can also picture like a nightly or weekly tournament type of deal where we're kind of whittling down individual players on the same rule base. A lot of live craps coming up, but I can see this again with all the games too. And then at the end of it, having like a tournament of champions. So having the craps champion and the blackjack champion and the Bach champion and the roulette champion play each other in a round robin for all the games, right? I've got friends who do, who are in the NFT world, in the video games world that do some NFTs, and they actually have their own crypto coins and stuff. They're going to help us out with getting the NFTs created. And I don't know anything about it. I know it's a thing that people care about. So we'll see. I'd like to have the prize be worthwhile. For sure, a league championship. I don't know about fees yet. So let me think about, I'm going to try and do it with little to zero fees, but if the software ends up costing me $1,000, there's going to be an entry fee for the team. So I'm not going to just fund the whole thing. So we'll see how that works out, but I'll let you know as I find the right software to run it, what it looks like. I'm talking to Crapsy, I'm talking to WinCraps about the way to operate the league. I think WinCraps is the way to go here because you can see everybody's chips at the same time on the table, which I love. That makes it worthwhile to me. You got to see who's doing what. Because like football, right? You want to see what the other team, you got to be able to react and play some defense. Think about playing defense on this, right? You're playing in the league, you want to win money, but you're also seeing what they're doing. You might have somebody playing defense, oppo betting the other team. But I think WinCraps, if it's networkable, where we can all bet from our own computers, but have the chip show up in one central spot, that could work really well. And I'm trying to see if we can't make that work. So anyway, that's all happening. So I wanted to, I feared that we may not be able to roll the dice today, but that was what was on my mind. I've been working on this for a long time up here, and I think it's time to work on it out here with you all. So join that Discord, please. Get in there. Let's jump into the general channel, of course, say hi, but let's also get into the Craps League channel and talk about the league. All right, that said, let's get to actual stuff here, shall we? I'm going to reiterate to you the 3-unit challenge. Now, I had a conversation this morning and last night, kind of a carryover thing, with Dylan from Skill and Luck about this. And he asked me an important question. Now, I'm going to recap the whole thing, right? You know me, I'm big into these short stack ideas where I want to make money with only 10 units of table minimum. Because if I can do that at that level, I can add zeros and I can make big money. That's my thinking, is if I think small, I can expand out. The 3-unit challenge is based on the same idea, but I've given you more money. It's 15 units of whatever size you want. $1,500 chips, great. Your goal is to win $300 bucks. If you have 15, you're going to win 3 of it. If you have 150, you're looking to win 30, right? Or 150, it's 15 tens, you're looking to win 30 bucks. Whatever the unit size is, if it's $15, $20, $25 chips, you're looking to win 75 bucks. 3 units of your size. You can play at any table level. You can go with 1,500 bucks at a $5 table. Make yourself win 300 bucks. I don't care how you do it. Why 3? You say it's too easy. It's not easy. I'm telling you, it's not easy. It sounds easy, but you'll find that if you go out here quick and you lose right away, now you got to win 4 units because you lost a whole shred. Or maybe you put 3 units out there to win 3 and you lost them all. Now you got to win 6. You put yourself behind early, you're fighting the whole way. 3 units sounds easy. It's not easy. It's not easy to win 3 units out of 15. Trust me. And if you look at the numbers here, 3 units is 20%. The reason why I'm giving you 3 units to win, 2 reasons. One is it sounds easy. I can count to 3 all day long. It sounds like no big deal. If you win 3 units out of 15, you won 20%. That's most people's goal, or it should be your goal. 3 units and you're out. If you can win 3 units easy and have the balls to leave the casino, you're a champion. You're a champion. That's really what you want to do, right? That's why I'm setting up this way. It's easy, in air quotes, to win 3 units, which means it's easy, in air quotes, to win 20%. And it should be easy, in air quotes, to walk the hell out of the casino. None of that shit's easy. Trust me, it's really, really hard to do it on a consistent basis. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a challenge. So my challenge to the YouTubers out there is do this. 15 unit, whatever the size is, go do it. My challenge to you as a player is to work on this on your apps or your practice tables. Work on winning 3 stinking units. It's hard, right? It's really hard to do consistently. I can do it every once in a while. I have not yet found a strategy with only 15 units that I can win consistently unless you take big money. And I'll use Waylon as an example here. If you take 1,500 bucks, right? And you look at that not as $1,500 chips, but you look at that as $45, $25 chips, now your Dalen Bear works really well because you got so much bankroll behind you at the smaller unit size. You can turn those, you have all the money, all the horsepower you need to ladder as high as you need to go to win 3 units. Bankroll is the key in a strategy system like that. If you're gonna use the units as they are, you've only got 15 bets to make. And turning 15 bets into 3 wins, really, really hard. Fun challenge. It's very, very, very fun to do this. And I think that's why I'm so into this, these small myopic things versus just play strategies. My channel, as you know, I'm not a strategy channel. I do some strategies, obviously. I've got my own toolkit strategies, my horsemen and stuff like that I play all the time out here. My thing is to give you the tools to craft your own strategies. And this is one of them. This is a way I want you to think about 3 stinking units. It's really freaking hard to do that. You're right, Duracell. Most financial advice, I'll tell you what, I've never once gotten my financial guy to give me 10%. We're looking for 6, 7%. We've crested at 12 for a short period of time in my 401ks and stuff. You're at 5, 6%, and you're doing backflips for 7%. You get 7%, it's like, ooh, take a month off of donating money to the financials, right? It's true. That I think is the thing. So if we can win 20% on the regular as craps players, that's where it's at, man. I think that would be great. So that's what the challenge is about. It's getting you in the mindset of winning 3 stinking units, winning 20%, okay? Today I want to do it. I'm going to demonstrate this. Again, Skill and I were working on over text ways to like kind of regress. If y'all remember Larry Casper, Regression Obsession, y'all remember him? Give me some thumbs up down there in the chat if you do. I love Larry's channel. Waveland, you're like the new Larry. Larry was like, for me, bookmarkable. Like, I loved when he went on. He stopped YouTubing for a while. He did a video a while back, but Larry was just so much fun to watch because of the way that he strategized things. I think, I don't know, when I watch what, oh, hold on, I'm looking over here at the chats here. 7.2% I use bonds. Yeah, and 20% for sure is aggressive, Duracell. 20% is aggressive. Anyway, I want to get to negative progressions because we always talk about how to build and draw down a little bit. Skill and Luck is like the master of regression. So Larry Casper his channel was Regression Obsession when he first started. He changed it to Crappy the Crapsman. I think Skill and Luck is the new Regression Obsession. The guy's got such a good brain when it comes to press up, pull back down, or start high, come down low. I like the way he does his math. And again, he's driving most of the time, so he's got time to practice math. Negative progressions work like this. We're gonna bet high. Okay, we're gonna bet really high today. We're gonna bet 3 times our betting unit, which is a lot for most people. So if you're gonna be at a $25 table, and again, the betting unit isn't the table minimum. It's what you feel like you wanna do. Let's say the table minimum is 10, my betting unit might still be a quarter. So whatever your unit is what we're talking about here. You're gonna take that betting unit, you're gonna bet 3 times your unit on whatever numbers you want. You can bet it only on the 6 and the 8, the inside numbers, the outside numbers, however you wanna play it, I don't care, right? This strategy is not about which numbers you pick. It's about leveling. It's about going 3 times your bet unit, and on every hit, reducing down a bet unit and reducing down a bet unit until you're your core unit. And from there, you can press up. And you can work this system on 1, 2, or all the numbers as you go. How you want to negatively progress your bets, up to you. It's all about risk tolerance to me. So we're gonna go out here and I'm gonna show you some ideas with it. And again, we'll talk risk tolerance as we go. I'll do it with the quarter level because the chips are easy to manipulate that way. And just give you an idea what it looks like. But we're gonna go ahead and do 3x our core unit. I'll probably go inside just to show you kind of the way that it works, the way that it could look anyway. We'll regress one bet at a time, and then I'll show you doing it with the sisters. And then you have options, of course. I always give you options, right? You can always reinvest your change. You can use the field, grab the hard ways, you can transition to dark side. All the normal things are on the table, of course, but the idea is to start high and travel down the ladder only, and rack profit as we go. And I think that's gonna be kind of fun for us to see. So let's go to the table. I'm gonna show you how this works with actual chips. Here we go. Let me get my coffee over here and we'll start it out. All right, the rack is empty. I'm gonna set this up for you at the $25 level on the inside only. Okay, so we're gonna go just 110 inside. Nice and simple. It doesn't matter what the point is. We're gonna bypass the come out roll. So the puck doesn't matter other than you making the decision whether or not you wanna be working or not. That's the only time the puck matters here. So what we're gonna do at this level, if that's your core base bet, 25 bucks, what we're gonna do is bet 75 on the 5 and 9, 3 times my base bet. The 6 and the 8, they're gonna be at 90 bucks. Like so. So we're 3 times our regular bet size, or whatever our size is. Now, I'm at a $10 table here, so I'm actually way over table minimum, okay? But it's 3x. Now, what do you do when you win is the question. Let's take the 9, for example. $75 on the 9 pays 105. Remember, what are we out here for right now? We're at it for 330. This is 330 on the board. 150, 150, and the caps make it 330 on the board. So I need to bring back 330. There's 105 on one hit. What you do, let's say it was the 9 that hit. What I would do is take that and bring back 1 from the 9. So I'm bringing back 130 from my 9 on that first hit and reducing it down by 1 unit. Let's say the 8 hits next. The 8 wins 205, or sorry, 105. And again, I'll bring the 8 down by 1 unit. We'll bring 30 bucks off the 8. Now the 8's at 60. And my rack now has, what is that, 265 in my rack, okay, with 2 hits. You could look at this right now like you're ahead, and you are kind of ahead. You're ahead by 200 bucks. This right here, 2-unit win already in the rack. If you pull this all back down to table minimum, you're way, way ahead here with 2 hits. But I'm gonna regress each one of these things down independently. That's a way to do this. Another way to approach it, however, might be this. Let's go ahead and get these back to size. Take our 205 back. Is, especially if you're spooked by random rollers, right? If you're of the mindset that random rollers are to be avoided or be scared, you could do this. You could say, well, let's say the 8 hits and it pays 105. You could bring both the 6 and the 8 down to 1 unit. So in other words, regress your sister, in other words, like this, and bring 2 bets down at the same time and work the 6 and 8 together and the 5 and 9 together. So bring them down. You could also take 1 hit and bring those both down all the way to minimum. And say 1 hit on the 6 and 8, they both go to 30. 1 hit in the 5 and 9, they both go down to a quarter. And negatively regress your bets is an interesting way to play it. So you've got options on how to bring your bets down. The idea, though, is that every time you're doing this, you're bringing your profit plus part of your risk back to the bank, back to this bank right here. And you're going to be able to be out of a hand in 2, 3 max and showing profit almost right away. So that's the idea here. So we're going to go ahead and set this back up again, and I'm going to roll this out. And again, we'll do this the first time through with each number independently being regressed. And then I'll show it to you by doing the sisters, and we'll do it at different regression levels. That's going to be the plan here. So let me switch up and give you the full table view so you can watch the dice land. There we go. I'll put my rack here. I think you can see it there. That's probably okay, right? Right in the middle. That's good enough. We'll put it here. All right. All right, I'm gonna work the rack here. Let's buy in. So we're at 330 out. I'm gonna buy in for 1,500. So I'm just gonna make sure I've got enough chips to do it. All right, there's 500 in green. We'll do 1,000 in black. All right, here we go. So 1,000 in black. There's 500 in green. And I'm going to take out of the rack 100, 200, 350. Get back 20 bucks. There's my 330 buy-in. So again, we're going to work our rack back to health. That's the idea here, is to get our rack back to health status as we roll here. So here we go. Get myself set back up. We'll do a quick count to make sure I have not screwed that up in the rack. What I've got in here is 500, 600, 700, 8, 9, 1,000, 1,150, 330 out there, and here's the extra 20. So there's 1,500 bucks total. I'm not gonna ladder up after losses. We're just gonna go ahead and roll another 330 out there. If I get burned, that's how it's gonna work. But the idea here is, again, we'll work this a little bit, but I really wanna see how quickly we can recoup our losses. And that's gonna be the entire goal. So here we go with a negative progression rollout. I'm gonna obey the puck. So when the puck is off, our bets are off. When the puck is on, excuse me, our bets will be on when the puck is on. 6-5 yell on that come out. This is really, by the way, aggressive. There's no hedge. There's no dark side. There's nowhere to hide here. This is just, you got 330 out there, and you're just, like I said, you're unzipped, and we're gonna, measure up and see what happens here. There's a 516, so that pays 105. And we're gonna come down by 1 unit, like so. The way that I work my rack, I'm gonna put the $100 back where the $100 chips are, put my quarter back where the quarters go, and my reds just kind of over here on the side for now. So I'm working to get back to 1,000 in blacks and 500 in greens. So another couple of hits here, we'll be fine. There's the big red 7, right? So we're out. That's a bummer. We lose it all, but life happens, right? So here is 300 and 30 bucks. 330 out of the rack. Again, we're gonna have to work a little bit to get that back. Let me get set back up again. 3, 3, 3, 3. This really requires you can roll a little bit, get some fortuitous rolls going. Otherwise, you're going to be here all day, feeding the beast, as they say. Here we go, coming out. Hard 4, hard 4. Love it. Should be on my regular outside play than my inside play, but let's go. Let's get a couple of hits in here, shall we? So 11. 5, 3, 8. Okay, 105 on the 8. Again, we'll take the 8 down to 60. We'll take it down 1 unit. Put the $100 back in the $100 place. And we're working our way back to health. Let's go. Let's get some numbers here, right? 1, 2, 3, the shocker. 415. Okay, cool. The 5 at $75 pays, you guessed it, 105. There it goes. We're going to, again, rack the red, put the black where it goes, and bring that down by 1/4. Now my quarters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 bucks in quarters. We are okay with the quarters, right? I'm still, my rack tells me that I'm 300 bucks down though. I'm looking at my blacks here at 5 and 2. I'm 300 bucks down on the black side. So we're gonna have to do some work here to get ourselves back to health. Losing on that 7 early kind of hurts, doesn't it? 516. Again, we're gonna negatively progress the 6 that pays 105. Again, 105. I'm gonna bring it down by 1 betting unit. Every number now has been hit except for the 9, it looks like. So we're working our way backwards. I'm gonna put the new greens over here. Put that black back in place. 6, 2, 8. Okay, the 8 now is gonna pay 70 bucks. 60 pays 70. On that 8, we're gonna reduce it down by 1 unit to 30 bucks. Now the 8's at 30. Can bring all this back. I can actually take these greens and consider them as a black chip. I'm gonna do it for the visual sake. You would never do it at the casino, but for visuals, just so that you can see where we are. Our back of the rack bankroll, we're basically there. We've earned back what we lost, and in fact, if I turned this in, we'd be where we were. So we're actually in good shape. The 8 and the 5 have been reduced. The 6 has been reduced. The 8 now the 8's at 35 bucks. I'm gonna start bumping that thing back up again. We're gonna rebound back on that 8 and bring it back up to health. 5 at 50 pays 70 bucks and reduces down to minimum. My minimum bet, okay? Bring back $75 to the rack, okay? Now again, for visual purposes only, I'm gonna mentally do this with you. Here's a quarter, there's 4 quarters, or 3 quarters rather. That looks like 100 bucks. And just like that, my rack is clean. 1,000 and 500, this is all profit, this is all profit. Right now, we're all profit. Everything you see in action and in the front of the rack, we worked our way back. It only took 3 hits to get there. And we got ourselves back to healthy after being down 330, and we're in profit town, okay? If I were to do a quick mental color up, there's 25, 75, 175 plus what's in here is 25, that's 200, 25, there's 250 or so out here right now. We've essentially gotten to our 20%. I'm gonna take, if we can get one more hit, I'm gonna color it up and you'll see what I mean by that. Let's get anything but a 7. There we go, 516, that's beautiful. The 6 was at 60 bucks. That's gonna pay $70. We're gonna bring the 6 down a unit and come back to the rack with all of this. Now, let's get a quick count. Again, you gotta use your, I'll use the lammers because that's what I would do in a casino. My lammers give me my running count. So there's 75 bucks there. There's 25, that's 100. Okay, there's 75, 150, 170 in my rack, plus 75, 150 out here. Guess how many units that is, everybody? We lost 330, but when I bring all this down to my rack, there's 1 unit, there's 2 units, There's 3 units and a quarter. So I've done the 3-unit challenge with a negative progression, and it didn't take that much work. We lost once. It only took 3 or 4 hits in here. It didn't take a monster roll to get me here, right? Not a monster roll, but we got here, right? And again, you gotta remember, I don't know how else I can say this too. I feel like I'm a broken record sometimes, but when I'm out here, if you're even here, let's get back to where we just were. I'm gonna put this stuff back out here, just so you can see what I'm talking about. And I gotta make this point every day, because if I don't do it, I feel like I'm doing you a disservice. We were at 8 was at a quarter, 9 was at a quarter. I think we were like this, or maybe it was like this. 5 was at a quarter, then 9 was at 2, 6 was at 2, and we had this in our rack. When your bankroll section of your rack is completed, when the bankroll section looks like it did when you rolled in, and you've got profit here in the front, you're building your profits and you feel like you're doing great, hey, I'm making money, don't forget that this is also profit. I can't make that point clear enough. And I think I forget this at the casinos too, because you're playing and you're pressing, you're doing your stuff out here, and you forget that what's out here, what you would call house money, is yours, it's profit. And if you're on a goal system, if you're looking to win 20%, it doesn't always mean 20% in your rack, it's 20% of a total win. That is important. Make sense, everybody? I can't say that enough, that this plus this is profit when this is clean, okay? So that's what I wanna make sure, no matter what strategy you're using, that's a thing. All right, we're gonna reset the rack. We did it once, which is great. In my practice sessions with this, of course, you lose all the time, right? There are days where I hit that 7 so fast, and you know how I roll, that I'm not gonna say, hey, the strategy is now blessed, it's perfect, because I won't do that to you. Let's go back out again for a new 330. I'm gonna get 300, and we'll do 350 bucks out of the rack. We'll get 330 on the board and 25 and 30 in change. This time, I'm gonna regress more aggressively. Okay, there's our 90 on the 6 and the 8, our 75 on the 5 and 9, and our 20 bucks in change. We're 330 out, 20 back to the rack. Puck will be off. I'm gonna come out to a number, and then we're gonna talk about how we regress a different way this time. There's a 7 on the come out. There's an 8 for the new point. Okay, new point's 8. This time, if we can get some hits, I'm gonna regress the sisters. I'm gonna do a more aggressive regression here to get money off the table faster if we can. There's a 9, a 639. So the 9 will pay 105 bucks on the 9. I'm gonna bring the 5 and 9 both down by a unit. I'm gonna regress my sisters at the same time. It's a little bit more of an aggressive thing. I could actually regress them all the way down to base and start working back. It's gonna take longer to show profit though. Here's gonna be the 100 goes back into my 100 stack, 50 goes back into the green stack, and I've got this here that I'm working on towards making a new 100. Matter of fact, if I were to take these 5 reds and those 3 greens and make them 100, and again, I do this for you from a visual standpoint so you can see where you stand. Again, you can't do it at the house, but we're only having $100 deficit. The greens are right, the blacks are only one off. So by pulling them, oh shit, I'm sorry, too many. If I pull these down to table minimum, we get so close so fast. Here we go. The 7 rears up. That's a bummer, but it won't be the end of us, I'm sure of it. Here we go. Can we recover? That's the question, right? There's 350, we'll do it again. 350 out. Okay, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and $20 change. All right, we're back out again for a new 330. And again, I'm gonna regress my sisters all the way to the floor this time. This will take longer to recoup once we're out, okay? Dice are not out yet, or we're no point yet. 9, point's 9, there we go. Point is 9. Let's get a couple of hits here. I'd like to see each one of them hit so we can get a good, that was a 10, not a 6 that rolled. Damn it, 7 out. Good, we get to fight a little bit. Maybe we'll go bankrupt. That'd be fun. Let's see. Let's fight it up. I'm gonna keep this right here. That was 330. Off the board, I'm gonna go ahead and take another 350 out. $20 change, and then back out with 330. 0 hits that time, yikes. When you're full right side like this, you got nowhere to hide down here, it makes it hard. 5. Hard 4, no help. No help on a hard 4 there. 6-5 yo, also no help. Wasting rolls. Nothing like wasting rolls when you're on the inside like this, right? 3-2-5. All right, so 3-2-5. The 5 pays again. We'll do it in blacks. We'll do $105 from the 5. I'm gonna bring the 5 and the 6 both all the way down. We're gonna take the sisters to the floor on this time. That's how it's gonna work. So there is almost the greens back in shape. The blacks need a lot of help. We're like $600 down. Can we fight back? And again, fighting back from here is gonna be hard. No, we can't. There's a 4-3-7. So we are getting hammered here. There's no hope. 320 or $30. 15. There's 330. Wow. What do they say? Every strategy loses. Some lose more than others. 639, new point now. You just gotta get a roll, right? That's the whole way this thing works. You gotta get rolls to make these things work. Here we go. We're gonna get a 0.7 out every single time. You can't make money anywhere. 9, 105. Do it again. $105. Can we work it? And again, I'm doing this one very passively. So there's 105 on the win there. And we're gonna bring the 9 and the 5 sisters both down to all the way to their base. Bring the greens back. So you take one big hit, reduce all the way down. It saves your risk up here. Here's the 6 doing the same thing, 105. And the 6 and the 8 will both come back down to $30. There's 100. So if I want to replenish my back stack, and again, I'll do it with color because it makes the rack look nice, but there's $200 right there between the greens and the reds we've brought back from those 2 hits. And that gets our rack to where we have 500 in green, 500 in black, and we're still missing the 500 in between them. Tells you where you are, right? And now you're gonna have to work these bets like a regular craps player to make these things make you back that money, okay? We're gonna press them up here. I'll roll a few more times, we'll press them up, and then we'll take one more shot at the 330 and progress back down. There's our 7. I think the longer I talk, the 7s come more frequently. It's like there's a random number generator going all the time in life, and the longer you talk, the more that thing is gonna come out and grab your ass. So here we go. Let's do one more shot at 330. To 300 and 25, 330. Let's get a 5 reds. All right, here we go. Maybe this time, instead of going all to the floor, let's stay with where we were and do the each one for itself. We need those blacks to come home. Come out 7. Come out. Point is 6. Point is 6. 314 is no help. 314 is no help. 426, that is our point. That will pay 105. We'll bring it down by 1. 100 in the back, greens in front. Here we go. Coming out. 6-5, yo. Come out, yo. Frontline winner. Aces in both places. Frontline loser. Pay the don't. 639, new point is a 9 right there. On the 9. Great, 5. I love it when we hit the point, right? It makes it easier to kind of breathe. There's a 105 payment on the 9, plus the original quarter. Work our way back. New point is going to be 6. 426. 628. Great, the 8 pays 105. Everything's regressed down once except for the 5 now. So there's the 8. Bringing back what was out. And again, we're 500 bucks down. We can tell by looking at our rack. We have 500 in greens. I have 500 in blacks. I have nothing in between them. I need one more set of 5 black chips in here to call this even. 415, that's awesome. That pays 105. Now every number's been regressed by 1. They've all hit 1 time. There's the quarter off of that. Bring that back here. We'll drop 1 black chip in. That should be up on the line, by the way. There's a 628. 8's at 70 bucks or 60 bucks. This pays 70 and comes down by 1 unit. Working our way back to health over here, okay? Now the 8 is at the bottom. The 8 starts getting pressed up. And in fact, if I'm feeling froggy about it, grab the hard ways now. I'm taking my change. The nickels are my change, right? I can't use them anywhere else. These can become hardway bets. They can become field bets. They can become whatever you want to. Reinvesting your change is always a good way to play. There's my 7. So we lost it all, but I want to take a quick gander at where we got to. I'm going to go ahead and color these up because there's another, besides 5, there's another 200 in my rack. There's 100 in green. There's 100 in green and red in the rack, so that's 200 bucks. We lost how many times? We lost 3 times with the 7 outs. We're only 200 bucks down. And in fact, there is 200 bucks right here between what's on the floor and here. We were technically even after getting whacked 3 times. So that negative progression can work. Obviously, those quick 7s are a soul crusher for any strategy unless you're laddering up and you can recover from that. In a straight negative regression, early 7s will crush you, and there's nowhere to hide here, right? This one has nowhere to hide. You're going out for 330 and hoping for the damn best, right? And that's the way that works. Let's go back to the show notes, and I'll look at chat real quick here. Let's see. Skill is hacking the matrix. What is going on? Is Skill putting up some new strategies? Yeah, Waylon, you're right, man. Boy, oh boy. But the problem with this, Waylon, the way I roll some serious, well, and again, I'm rolling random, right? But I roll some serious 7s. To get a $300 don't pass out, I need to lay something else for 6. I mean, it's ridiculous how many 7s I roll. It's crazy. But here's the thing, and I think this is why Ken called me out. Ken wanted me to run his KKG AMC strategy because he said, if anybody's going to break that strategy, it's going to be you with the way they roll 7s. And I have broken that strategy a number of times. When I run ladder strategies out here, I break them all the time because I roll so many freaking 7s, I run out of money. Whatever, man, it happens to me. So anyway, that's the negative progression. Skill saying $1,500, he'd bet 440 inside for 2 hits and then regress to 220. Sure. That's a pure regression, right? And I think I maybe you missed the beginning, Skill, but what I did here was to show a negative progression ladder. So going down 1 unit, 1 unit, 1 unit, going from higher to half, sure, right? Or from 440 to 1 to 1, or from, what do you call it? 440 to 140, going down or 440 to, 220, you can get there with 1 hit way quicker, but your risk is way higher. This way, you're saying, I need 4 or 5 hits to get my 3 units. And the first roll we did, boom, 4 or 5 hits, 3 unit win, we're good. The last roll, I like the fact that we lost 3 times. We were 900 bucks in the hole, and we fought that thing all the way the hell back to where we were technically even, just being a little more aggressive than we should have been at the end there. We actually fought back from 900 down to being even really pretty quick. That thing did a better job of recovering than I thought it was going to do. So I'm actually kind of happy with how it worked out. And again, negative progressions, if you have the bankroll to do it, that's a good thing. Brian, everybody wants me on my team, right? I can bet the shit out of your rolls, right? I just can't roll. I mean, but you saw me roll. I actually roll pretty good in the casino. Here it's crap. But when I'm dialed in, it's actually pretty good. Anyway, there is that. That is negative progressions. I hope that that was fun. Negative progressions are, to me, pretty fun to play if you have the bankroll to support it. I like the idea of regressing. I don't like the idea that you're going out there with a fifth of your bankroll, right? If your risk tolerance supports it, do it. But then you've got, like I said, the options of regressing that bet down 1 unit. You can regress that bet plus its sister number down by 1, 2, or 3 units. You get lots of options in there. So there you go. We are going to practice team play for DiceCon. That's the whole point here. Right? We're going to work on some DiceCon stuff for sure. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I will bring the chopper works the best, honestly, on those hard tables, right? On these bouncy ass tables, it's really, really hard. And you watch Cashier's Cage throw it. It's cork and neoprene. It's hard to get them to behave. But on a more legit surface, that thing is a great shot. So anyway, I think we're good. Any other questions y'all want to talk about before I go back to work? It's 9 o'clock now. Good session. Good chat about the Craps League. I'm really excited about the Craps League. That's gonna be so much fun. Again, get on the Discord so that we can talk about it there. We don't need to take morning show time of me talking about it and you not able to write back. We should use the Discord to discuss the Craps League, and then we'll make announcements out here once we make decisions on it. So that is going to be hella fun. So there we go. Get rid of the cork. I have the cork on the advice of counsel, Brian. So I did the cork on purpose because I am getting better with it from far away. When I shoot from farther away onto the cork, it's hard to make it stop. But my toss has gotten so soft with the cork from when I'm throwing from 8 or 9 feet away. I can make them dance pretty well on the cork and stop. When I'm throwing random and I'm winging them against the back wall, there's no stopping them. But no casinos have cork, but most casinos have some semblance of multiple services or some kind of, what I'm talking about, the bounty tables like at the Cal and stuff. This simulates it kind of okay, and it's making me throw so softly that I'm getting better at reducing that action, and that's what I wanted. I wanted a challenging surface here so that I could do that. So that is that. And Waylon, you're right. If I would have gone to the 4 and 10, I would have made bank today. Great comment. And like I said to you, I lost it now. I can go back to the table really quick because I think you make an awesome point. Which is that I'm going to put your comment back up for a second here. When I was in this position where there was a minute there where we had this. We were looking good. We had profit over here and had all these reds. And I said, take the reds and reinvest them, right? You're going to go grab the hard ways with the reds. Take the reds and buy the 4 and 10, right? The reds to me are like, when you're playing at the green level, your reds are your pennies, right? Go buy the 4 and 10. And now, although I'm working my inside negative progression, I'm also at the same time working on buy bets with hard ways. So my 4-10 inside hard way play that I do all the time, I've got that working as a side bet where I'm working the 4-10 and the hard ways with my change. Using the change from your rack to do those kind of plays, fire. That's the way to do this. Every time you can do that, get on that. I mean, that's the thing, right? You do this so that you can spread where you can and grab those extra things. So there you go. All right, Buckeye is challenging me to check my mail and see what I should be rolling for tomorrow's show. Okay, let's do it. I think we have to go to work. Take one number like 8 and stack it 3 times, 15x bankroll. You're saying like just parlay it 3 times? That's great. I mean, if you can get a number to hit 3 times, which we did, by the way, on the 8, just do 3 straight parlays and be done. That would be awesome. If you can get, the thing is, and James, it's a good comment. Put you back up again. It's a good comment, but it brings up the question. And I've talked about this before, which is exposure, right? Exposure in terms of time and in terms of amount, right? When you only have one bet out there, you're exposed for time because that one bet has to hit 3 times versus many, many targets. Many, many targets increases your exposure money-wise, but you can be out of there quicker because you'll get your hits faster. 3 hits and you can be actually down. One number in play that's pressed way up is great if it hits, but otherwise you only have one target. Having one target's a hard way to go. But there you go. You're right. The risk is low. The monetary risk is low. It's one bet. It's $15, and you can try it. Like you said, $1,500. You can try it 100 times to get it to parlay. So there's that. I think the thought process is sound. For me, my personal taste, I like more targets versus less money most of the time. All right, there is that. So I think we got to go to work. We have to go to work. So it's actually a work day. All right, thanks again all for being here. We have a pretty good group this morning again. Looking forward to the league. Looking forward to seeing y'all in the Discord, and looking forward to seeing y'all tomorrow morning at 8:05 on the Casino Gaming TV channel. This is again John from ProCraps. Y'all have a great day. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one. God bless y'all.